my gracious, the majesty, the pageantry. It's a tradition unlike any other here at First Coast News and Good Morning Jacksonville on Thanksgiving Day, a day of family, a day of food, tradition, and this tradition right here, the annual GMJ Thanksgiving Day Parade, a chilly morning as we prepare for some wonderful memories.
Such a beautiful day, Lou. This is the 5th annual GMJ Thanksgiving Day Parade as we celebrate our First Coast. And this year, for the first time, we are kicking off the parade with a band.
How about this?
This is the Jags D-line getting things kicked off for us, getting you hyped and in the spirit, Lou.
They are true winners. Everybody else on the football team, I'm not sure. But the D-line knows how to get down. Now, the D-line welcoming in our floats, the tradition as we go to float number 1. Oh, how can you not love Stetson Bennett, the pride of Blackshear, Georgia, Stetson Bennett, welcoming in those Georgia Bulldogs.
Love to see it, hoisting up that trophy. Float number 2.
Yes.
We've got to see it coming up here. Oh, the Artemis. We waited time after time for it to take off.
And you see there, there he goes. And noticeably a little delayed to the parade, but that's okay. Artemis finally got off and up to the moon and should be there any moment. All right, float number 3. Oh, it's our very own Renata DiGregorio skydiving.
Wow.
Safely landing out of Skydive Palaca. Incredible.
That is just amazing. I love to see the commemoration. Oh, I love to see people out and about. Beautiful.
So bold.
Float number 4 here. The Blue House from Volano Beach. Truly a master of architecture.
It looks like an orange with toothpicks stuck in it for legs. And I'm amazed that it's structurally sound and continues to stand right there at the beach. Here is our next float.
Speaking of structurally sound.
Absolutely. It stayed there forever. For years and years and years. It took dynamite to take down the Berkman. An implosion unlike any other. We are a city of implosions. We've done so many of them, and now the Berkman finally gone. And look, to many cheers, many applause there.
Now this one's an interesting take because we're told this is just an empty float, but this is what the Jags got with the James Robinson trade. Just nothing.
Nothing? That's too bad. And then you know what? Maybe it'll turn into something, and we'll be dancing on that empty float here with a Super Bowl in the next 40 to 45 years. Oh, the San Marco train, a perennial favorite here on Good Morning Jacksonville, as it has prevented many of us from even showing up to work many different times. Whether the train was there or not, it's always a viable excuse.
That is true. And, you know, the hospital built right behind it. Perfect layout.
Absolutely.
Getting caught by the train many times.
Cardiac arrest, you get stopped by the train, who knows? You might be meeting your maker. Oh, speaking of San Marco, it's Mayor Lenny Curry.
There we go. Skateboarding, one of his favorite pastimes.
I love watching the mayor skateboard and lifting weights in his garage. Incredible stuff. All right, hey, our next float is one of the legends of Good Morning Jacksonville, the Night Ranger himself. You see him there in his booth. He is the voice of the Iceman.
I mean, GMJ Parade is not complete without, of course, Joe Massa. Is that, I believe, his tripod chasing after him?
See, Joe Massa leaves his tripod at all kind of breaking news scenes and gets himself in trouble about it and embarrassed and called out. But you know what? He does those Iceman games just fine. Oh, a can of Tab floating by. Now, this is a throwback to a gentleman who's got, there he is right there. He's got the largest collection of Tab, and he was featured right here on Good Morning Jacksonville. He's running out, though. He's only got they don't make Tab anymore, so he's only got a couple of cans left.
Oh my, and who is this gentleman here with this keyboard?
Some guy
incredible.
From the 80s. Some guy from the 80s loves Tab too, and loves playing the keyboard. Unbelievable.
Number 10. Now this is something I'm sure you've seen quite a bit. The Buddy Bus, featured this year on First Coast
debut, saving lives all over the First Coast. Love seeing the Buddy Bus make an appearance. And we had a great Halloween. You know, the holidays as we get to Halloween and then into the Thanksgiving. Anthony Austin. One of our most talented anchors and one of our most talented costume artists as well. He was a fire sale. I thought he was a container of French fries.
But no, he was the sales costume. He was one of the balloons.
The inflatable floating balloon arm man. And the USS Orlick has made its way finally to the North Bank. We had a live show for Good Morning Jacksonville on board. It was a freezing cold morning, but it's cool to see that it's finally here.
Let me tell you, the artistry in this parade, just outstanding this year.
Yeah, number one, and you always hate to see it come to a close here, this wonderful tradition. But now that the parade is over, we've got Santa Claus coming to town. You can finally, now that this is over, finally enjoy Thanksgiving with your family, because you know you wouldn't be able to unless we did this for you and wrapped up the whole year.
Thank you so much for joining us for our GMJ Parade. It was a beautiful, splendid morning. Chilly out here on the First Coast, but a beautiful day, Lou.
Happy Thanksgiving.